we want to talk about, just for a moment, about celebrating the Pride of Americas on February 10th and 11th. As I said, before we say goodnight, we want to take a moment to talk about the Pride of Americas. There's a lot of stuff that we have been talking about, a lot of conversation in the community, very deserved conversation in the community. But the inspiration of 2020 for Pride Fort Lauderdale has had a difficult number of years. Difficult. There was this little thing called pandemic. Do you remember it? Hopefully you've forgotten it, because we're trying to absolutely. It forced the cancellation of the annual February event ever since 2020. But next month it roars back, or it's going to try to. Led by Pride President Mike Martorell, the event needs just one thing now: for our LGBTQ plus community to rally in support. Conversation about what is happening at Pride of Americas, please do not confuse for lack of support. That's not what's happening. The community needs to support the Pride of Americas. Everyone at Hotspots Magazine and Happening Out television networks knows the importance of the success of this event, that it celebrates the diversity of the LGBTQ community throughout the Americas, however you define that. We just reported yesterday the breaking news of the landmark economic study on Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival and its $20 million economic effect on Broward County and more than 10,000 hotel room nights a great Pride Festival is capable of generating. So it's important to our community. But it is also important to our LGBTQ plus community beyond the business. And we take a moment to recognize this. This is the gayest place on planet Earth. Sorry, Wilton. We are the gayest place on planet Earth, and we should accept that. And sorry, West Hollywood, you're not. Pride on February 10th will begin with the Pride on the Drive on the world-famous Wilton Drive. Businesses all along what I call the LGBTQ plus Miracle Mile will celebrate our community. Hunter Stage will reunite Thunderpuss for the first time in more than a decade. The Alibi, Hotspots Happening Out television network stage, will bring you the best of South Florida's local entertainers. And then on Saturday, February 11th, a parade on Gay 1A on Fort Lauderdale Beach will lead into Los Olas Intercoastal Promenade Park for the Pride Festival. And that night, queer icon Boy George will finally get to perform the concert that was planned originally in February 2020. He's been standing by for 3 years. Our community needs to support the Pride of the Americas. And we know the planned event is going to be a mammoth success with the support of major sponsors like Visit Lauderdale, Midland Health, CAN and CAN, Community Health, and dozen more. And don't confuse the idea that the exploration of the problems that we are pointing out or that the community is pointing out for lack of support. They're two different things. We want this event to be a success. Why? Because we need it to be a success, because it represents all of us. Pride of Americas, what do y'all think?
This is actually the first Pride Festival or Pride Parade in the state of Florida. Started in 1977. So recognizing that the history behind Pride Fort Lauderdale, not Pride of the Americas, but Pride Fort Lauderdale, which is obviously hosting Pride of the Americas this year, is super, super important. Recognizing that we don't go out in a dim light. Like we combust, we explode, and with beauty and love and passion in our community. And I think making sure that we can still do that this year is paramount.
And they will succeed. They will get it all together, and it will be a fantastic Pride, and we will all be there, and we will all support, and we will all bring our friends and family, and it's going to be a fantastic couple of days.
Pride is the opportunity where we try, hopefully, remove the segregation parts of the other folks, our women siblings, our gay men, our trans siblings, that we all can find a space. And so that's why it's important, because even our idea of our dear brothers and sisters, put on that helmet, put on that, that hat, that helmet, that hood, and come out and support and be you. Where it's the only time that we can all be in one space and just be us and love each other without having the air of you're not welcome here, you don't belong, because we all belong, because under one umbrella.
Yeah, and I get it. It's not what they presented to us, right? We initially thought we were going to be on the beach and we were going to have this, and we were going to have that. Okay, we're a community that is constantly shifting. We're constantly having to readjust when things get thrown at us.
Right.
And that's exactly what Pride Fort Lauderdale is going to do. Yeah, things have happened, okay? But they're going to brush the dust off and make this happen. Mike is going to take all the experience that he's had from the million trillion prides that he's been to and been a part of, and he's going to get this done in record time. I know it.
And I was talking with some people. In case you don't know, I have been covering the problems you alluded to extensively for
That's your job. That's your job.
You've done a great job.
Thank you.
In what
And it's his job.
And it's your job.
But I just want to say, I was talking with people all the way almost till we came on set today, and things are really starting to come together. I've had a couple people tell me today that sponsors, like last-minute sponsors, are coming in line. They're close, I think, to selling out all the vendor space. So people seem to be putting some differences aside and coming together, like you alluded to just a moment ago. So I'm optimistic for the next month. Whatever else is going on behind the scenes, I'll cover it and we'll deal with it. But it looks like it's all coming together, which makes me happy.
And I will share, as a part of the leather community, we were asked to be a part, and we will be there. How it looks doesn't matter, but we will be there. At the end of the day, it's all about showing inclusion matters. Whether or not I'm on the front stage or marching in or just being on the beach. Pride and inclusion matters. And so I think as Faye mentioned, we just got to go and enjoy the peace of mind that we can be celebrated for who we are and leave it there.
Yeah. And Prism's going to be in the parade. We're going to have a booth. It's going to be popping. Yes. Y'all better visit. Every single one of y'all. I got to hug every single one of y'all.
That's great.
And the parade is always my favorite part of Pride. And it's just so much fun to be there with all your friends and, all of my allies come out and support as well, because we all come out together. And it's just a great day with everyone.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I was part of the core. Faye's been a part of the core. Many of you have really been a part of the core of branding the moniker that we're the gayest place on planet Earth. And we have said it over and over and over and over again. We said it in episode 1 of season 1 of It's Happening Out. And I say it today in 2023. Because we are the gayest place on planet Earth, we all have an obligation to come out and support the Pride of the Americas, because it's important for our entire community. There are all kinds of people that their only experience or their only interaction with our community will be at that parade or be at that festival. And as a result, we need to show up and we need to represent in the way that we will, and we will. We will. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.